I'm out here at FirstEnergy Park in Lakewood, New Jersey, speaking with Tyler Knigge. Tyler, you're off to a pretty good start out of the bullpen this season with the Blue Claws. How do you feel about your success in early going this season?
I feel good about it. Going out on the mound, coming out of the bullpen's a little different for me. I used to start, but I like the competitive nature, coming right out, coming right after people in tough situations. I really like doing that.
Now, you were a 12th round pick last year by the Phillies out of Lewis Clark State College, just a lesser-known school. What can you tell me about the school and maybe tell me about your draft experience last year?
It is a smaller school. It's an NAIA school out of Lewiston, Idaho. I think it's a great program. It's an NAIA powerhouse. They draft more players than any other school in the entire nation at any level. And last year going in the draft, I was expecting to get drafted, and getting drafted by the Phillies just made the whole draft experience that much better.
So it wasn't a team that was on your radar?
They were on my radar. I think I talked to them more than anybody with my scout Tim Kisner, and he did a great job talking to me, and I really enjoyed it.
Now there's a little bit of a family tie going on at Lewis Clark. Talk about that a little bit.
There is. My dad pitched at Lewis Clark State, actually under the same coach as I did, Ed Sheff, and he pitched there from 80 to 84, I believe, and 28 years later, I got the same opportunity to pitch for Coach Sheff for 3 years, and I think it's one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Now, you debuted last season as a professional with the Gulf Coast League, then had about a third of a cup of coffee at Williamsport. Just talk about your pro debut last year as a member of the Phillies developmental system.
It was great. Going out there in a Phillies uniform is something else. I thought when I made my debut in college, I thought that was an incredible experience. But going out there in a Phillies uniform was just, I was literally on top of the world, being able to go out there and do that.
Grew up in Idaho?
I did. I grew up in Idaho. I grew up in southern Idaho on the family farm, so I guess you could kind of say I'm a farm boy. Then my senior year of high school, I moved to Lewiston, Idaho, and pitched there for Lewiston High School my senior year, and then went to LC for 3 years.
Now, growing up in that region, unclear ties to Major League fandom. Who are some of your favorite players growing up?
Obviously, Ken Griffey Jr., Seattle's close. I love watching that guy play. But in terms of growing up and really being inspired by somebody would be John Lackey. I feel he's an underrated pitcher. I loved watching him pitch. He's competitive, knows what he's doing out on the mound. I really think that he spoke to me the most out of anybody.
So can you give me a scouting report on yourself as far as what your strengths might be?
Well, I got a good fastball. I love throwing it, and I love throwing hard. I got pretty good control over my stuff, and I think my strongest characteristic is I'm competitive. I'm not afraid to throw a fastball to a fastball hitting guy. So I go out on the mound. I'm not afraid to challenge somebody.
Going deeper into that, what's your pitch repertoire like, and what do you consider your out pitch?
I throw 4 pitches. I throw a 4-seam, fastball, standard pitch, and I throw a sinker. I throw a 3-finger straight change, and then a knuckle curve, a pitch that my dad taught me. That was his out pitch, and really, honestly, I think any of those 3 pitches, 4 pitches can be an out pitch. I haven't really had. Excuse me. I think I can go to any 4 of those pitches and get a guy out. Last year in the Gulf Coast League, I think I struck a majority of my guys out with a changeup, and this year I'm striking guys out with my fastball and my curveball.
2 quick more things for you before I let you go. What are your impressions of Lakewood here compared to other places you've played?
It's awesome. I love pitching in front of a lot of people. Something I never really got the experience to do until the College World Series. Pitching in front of all those people is awesome. It's definitely gives you an adrenaline rush and lets you, go out there with some enthusiasm.
And one more thing, what's your favorite baseball movie and why?
Ooh. I'm going to have to go with For Love of the Game because, guys, clear the mechanism. I think that's a great, it's a great movie. It's a great quote, too, going out there and, you got to go out there and clear the mechanism when you're out there on the mound. So that'd be definitely my favorite movie.